So today we will continue our chapter Money and Banking with the topic Bank. So first we will study about commercial banks. So as we all know, bank is an institution where we keep our money safely, we deposit our money, we get interest on that, and bank uses that deposit to give us loan. So bank is an institution which accepts deposits and advances loan. So we will study two functions of commercial bank. First is accepting deposits. So children, deposits are the money which we keep in bank. So an account is created by the bank and the money is kept accordingly. Now there are four types of accounts. The first one is saving account. Saving deposit account. Saving deposit account is the most common account which we create in the bank, where very regularly we keep our money and we can withdraw from that account whenever required, and a very nominal interest is given by the bank, that is 3.75% per annum. This is the interest paid by the bank to the account holders of saving deposit account. Alright, and this interest is paid by the bank to you because you are giving your money to the bank so that they can use it for some other purpose. Alright, so this is saving deposit account, and you can withdraw the money from your account whenever you require it, and the maximum limit is 5 times if you are withdrawing it from ATM of some other bank. Otherwise you can withdraw it without paying anything to the bank. Now the second kind of deposit is current account deposit. This deposit account is generally opened by the businessmen who pay several times in a day, and they deposit their money several times in a day. So whether there will be money in their account or not at the end of the day, no one knows that. So they uses this account just for the purpose of safe transactions. They can withdraw any time from this account and they can deposit their money. So bank pays no interest to the current account holders. No interest is paid to the current account holders. Alright, and then the third type of account is fixed deposit account. Fixed deposit account, as the name suggests, fixed for a period of time, be it for 3 months, be it for 6 months, be it for a year or more than that. Whatever period you will feel like, your money will be fixed with the bank for that particular period of time, and you cannot withdraw your money, neither you can add to that account in that particular period of time. Alright, so one time deposit and one time withdrawal is there, and the rate of interest is maximum in this type of deposit. Alright, this is fixed deposit account. And the last deposit is recurring deposit. Recurring deposit, as the word suggests, reoccurring. What reoccurs in this? The deposit reoccurs. So you can deposit your money in this account as and when required. Whenever you have extra, you will deposit in this account, but you cannot withdraw from this account before the maturity of the time period for which you are depositing money. Alright, so in this account the interest is less than the fixed deposit. In recurring deposit, the interest is less than the fixed deposit and more than saving deposit, because you deposit it as and when you have money and you withdraw one time at the end and at the maturity of the period. All right. So now we will see the next function of commercial bank, that is advancing loan. Now children, whatever money we will deposit in the bank, all that money is used by commercial bank to give loans. They use this money to give loan to the people. Alright. So before studying about this process, let's see how many types of loans are given by the commercial bank. The first is cash credit. See children, how cash credit is given. It is a very common type of loan which we all are aware about. We have to keep certain physical security with the bank, be it our jewelry, be it our house, or any property we keep as security, and against that security the money is provided by the bank, and the bank charges a rate of interest on this credit given to us. Alright, so this is cash credit against a security. Alright, the next one is overdraft. Now overdraft facility is only given to the respected and old customers of the bank. Now you all are aware about the check system. Whatever money we are withdrawing from the check, that should not exceed the money we have in our account. Suppose we are having 10,000 rupees in our account, so we can withdraw maximum 10,000 rupees from the bank and not more than that. Alright, if we will write in our check 10,001, then also our check will be cancelled, dishonored by the bank. But this overdraft facility is given to the current account holders. Alright, now what is happening, for suppose for example the current account holder have 10,000 rupees in their account, but they have to pay to certain customer say 50,000 rupees, which they don't have right now. So they request the bank to honor the check. Alright, so bank honors the check and the extra money given will be treated as loan given to the account holder, and this is known as overdraft facility given by the bank. Alright, so the third type is discounting of bills. Now discounting of bills. Okay, so now we will see what is discounting of bills. Now children, whenever we buy and purchase things, so most of the time we do credit purchase and sales. Alright, because cash transactions are not very much practiced nowadays. Alright, so what happens, the seller will sell goods of 10,000 rupees to the buyer, and buyer have to pay this 10,000 rupees to the seller. Now presently buyer is not paying this, instead he will issue a document which is called bill of exchange. Bill of exchange. This bill of exchange is a document which is a promise to pay after some time. Alright, after 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, whatever time is taken by the buyer, and this is a promissory note which the buyer gives to the seller that after this much time I will pay you this much money. So a bill of exchange of 10,000 will be given to this seller, say for 3 months. Alright, now the seller will get this 10,000 rupees after 3 months. Now something has happened, the seller wants this money now. So he requires the money. So what he will do, he will go to the bank and discount the bill. So the bank will get the bill discounted, and he will get something less than 10,000, say 9,090 rupees. The bank will take 10 rupees as their charge, and they will give 9,990 to the seller. So this is called discounting of bill, and later bank can take this money from the buyer. Alright, so this is called discounting of bill. So this is also treated as a type of loan given by the bank. So this is discounting of bill. The third is term loans. Term loan is given by the bank for a long period of time. For a long period, term loan is given. So for a fixed period and a long period. This is called term loan. Now the last one is money on call. This is a very short term loan. This is a very short term loan for a day. Now suppose the bank do their transactions, everyday transaction. For doing their everyday transaction they require cash. Now suppose one day the bank is finding itself short of cash. So what they will do? They will immediately call some other bank and they will ask for the money. And the other bank will within an hour send the money to that particular bank so that their transactions may not stop. And the other commercial bank will pay this money back within a day, within 24 hours. So this is called money on call, and this is given by one commercial bank to the other. It is not given to common people. Are you getting it? So these are the types of loans given by the bank. Now we will study in the next video. We will see that how this credit is created, or the process of creating the loan. Okay, children, in the last video we have seen the functions of commercial bank. Now out of those functions, those two functions which we have seen, that is accepting deposit and advancing loans. Through these two process, bank performs a major function, that is the function of credit creation. It is the function of credit creation. Now we will study this function of credit creation by bank. What is this? Now it is the power of commercial bank to expand credit through deposits. Now what the bank do? It uses the deposit which we are making into the bank, the money which we are depositing into the bank. Bank is using that money to give loan to the person who are in need of cash, who are doing some business or who will require it for any purpose. Alright, so this is the most important function of commercial bank, the function of credit creation. Now before we study about this function, we will discuss certain terms. The first one is primary deposit. The first term is primary deposit. Alright, children, primary deposit, when we are depositing money in the bank. Suppose I went to the bank and I have kept 10,000 rupees in my saving bank account. So this deposit which is done by me is called primary deposit. This is my primary deposit. Alright, now the second one is secondary deposit. Now children, what do you think? When bank gives us loan, so bank, suppose I went to the bank and I have taken a loan of 1 lakh rupees. Alright, now the bank will take out this 1 lakh and will give it to us like that only? No, never. What the bank do? Bank opens a account in the name of borrower. Alright, and in this account the bank will deposit your loan amount. Alright, so this deposit made by bank in the name of the borrower is called secondary deposit. This is called secondary deposit. Alright, so primary deposit is the deposit made by us. Secondary deposit is the deposit made by the bank in the account opened in the name of the borrower. Alright, now the next one is CRR or cash reserve ratio. This is the ratio given by RBI. RBI gives this ratio, say 10%. RBI said that cash reserve ratio will be 10%. So children, say the total deposit created, the total primary deposit in commercial bank is 1 lakh. Alright, so bank will use this deposit to give loan to the people. Alright, but bank cannot give this entire 1 lakh rupees as loan. Then how the bank will function? If tomorrow you will go and withdraw some money from your account, from where the bank will give? So this entire deposit is not given by the bank as loan. Out of this, certain reserve is taken out and is maintained by the bank, and this is cash reserve. Say 10% is the CRR which is provided by RBI. So bank will take out 10% of this 1 lakh, that will be 10,000 rupees. This will be cash reserve, and the remaining 90% will be given as loan. So secondary deposit will be of 90%, cash reserve will be 10,000, and primary deposit 1 lakh. Have you understood, children? This is the 3 terms which we will use while understanding the process of. Okay, now you have understood what is CRR, cash reserve ratio. It is the amount which is kept as reserve by the commercial bank for their day-to-day transactions. Alright, now we will study about our next term, which is multiplier. Multiplier is 1 upon CRR. That is, through this multiplier we find out the total amount of primary deposit created by the bank, total secondary deposit created, and total cash reserve created by the bank. Alright, say I have given you that primary deposit at the initial level was 1 lakh rupees. Alright, so if at the end the cash reserve ratio is 10%. Alright, so if we will find out that by the time this amount will be utilized for giving loan, how much total primary deposit will be created, then we will find it out like this: 1 upon 10 into 100. 1 upon 10% will be written like this. So it will be 10. Our multiplier is 10. So total primary deposit created will be 1 lakh into 10, that will be 10 lakhs. Alright, so this is how we calculate the total deposits created by the commercial bank. Now children, we have learned about the terms which we are going to use in this credit creation process. Now we will see that how this is done, how credit is created. Alright, so for this we will see examples of banks, then primary deposit, then cash reserve, which we take as 10%, and then the secondary deposit. Alright, now first we will take the example of SBI. Now children, say for example in SBI, a person goes and deposits 10,000 rupees in his account. So a amount of 10,000 rupees will be deposited in SBI, and this will be the primary deposit of SBI. Now SBI will use this 10,000 to give loan, but before giving loan it will take out 10% of this, that is 1,000 as reserve, and it will lend the remaining 9,000 as loan. So this 9,000 will be the secondary deposit of SBI. Have you understood till here? Now children, suppose Mr. X is taking this loan from SBI and he has paid this 9,000 to Mr. Y. Alright, so Mr. Y will take this 9,000 and he will deposit this 9,000 in his bank, say Indian Overseas Bank. He went and he has deposited 9,000 rupees. So in Indian Overseas Bank, this 9,000 rupees will be Mr. Y's deposit, and it is the primary deposit of IOB. Now IOB will again deduct 900 rupees as cash reserve, and it will lend the remaining amount as loan. Are you getting it? So 8,100 will be the secondary deposit created by IOB. Now again, for example, Mr. A has taken this loan from IOB and he has given this to Mr. B. Now Mr. B will again go to some other bank, say Punjab National Bank, and he will deposit this money. So now this money will be the primary deposit of PNB. Again, this will be taken out, cash reserve, and the rest will be given as loan by PNB. Now children, this process will continue till this primary deposit becomes 0. Alright, and this will be the total primary deposit created, total cash reserve created, and the total secondary deposit created by all these commercial banks. Are you getting it? So, and this total how we will find out? Through our multiplier. We will multiply the original amount with the multiplier amount. Are you getting it, children? And in this system, we assume that the banking habits are very much developed among people, and all the transactions are done through bank by all the people working in the country, all the people doing transactions in the country. Alright, now I'll tell you something regarding this multiplier. See children, higher is our reserve, cash reserve, lesser will be the money created. See, in case of CRR, if the CRR will be 10%, then the multiplier will be 1 upon 10 into 100, that is 10. So in this case, the total primary deposit created will be 1 lakh. 10,000 into 10, the total primary deposit created will be 1 lakh. Alright. Now, for example, if the CRR is 5%, then what will be the multiplier in this case? 1 upon 5 into 100, it will be 20. So now in this case, the primary deposit created will be 2 lakh. Right? So, lesser is our CRR, more is the primary and secondary deposit created by the bank. Are you getting it, children? Hope you have understood this credit creation process, and this is the most important function done by the commercial banks in India. Alright, in our next video we will discuss about the central bank and how central bank monitors this credit creation process of the commercial bank. Thank you.